Hello, Spirit House here. I'm back with part 2 of chapter 2 of The Secret of Light by Walter Russell. And it's the second half of chapter 2 entitled Creator and Creation. The Positive Principle. The foundation of the spiritual universe is stillness. The balanced stillness of the one magnetic light of God. Balanced stillness is the positive principle of stability and unity. In it, there are no negations. The negative principle. The foundation of the physical universe is motion, the ever-changing motion arising out of pairs of unbalanced conditions, which must forever move to seek the balanced stillness of unity, from which they sprang as multiple pairs of units. Sorry about that. Unbalanced motion is the negative principle of instability, multiplicity, and separateness, which is the physical universe of electric octave waves of opposed lights. In the negative principle, there is no positive. It is composed entirely of pairs of negations, which are forever voiding each other, canceling each other's actions and reactions, thus negating each other by never allowing either one to exceed its fixed zero of universal stillness. Quality begets quantities. The still magnetic light universe of God's knowing is an invisible, unchanging, unconditioned, and unmeasurable quality from which visible, changing, conditioned, and measurable quantities spring to simulate those qualities through two-way wave motion. There is no one word in any language to express that quality, so we must use many words. All have the same meaning but different connotations. These words are mind, consciousness, love, life, truth, desire, knowledge, power, balance, and law. The God quality of the one light is seemingly transformed into quantities by being divided into pairs of oppositely conditioned light pressures of this electric universe. These divided pairs are then multiplied into countless octave wave units of light pressures and set in opposite direction motions to create the illusion of sequence, change, dimension, condition, and time in a universe where none of these effects of motion exist. The calm sea, for example, is an unchanging, unmeasurable quality of oneness, of sameness and stillness. Upon its calm surface there is no change, nothing to count nor to measure. The moment that quantities of waves spring from that quality of calm, those quantities can be measured. Likewise, they are forever changing, nor are there 2 points in them which are similarly conditioned. This creating electric universe is composed of moving light waves which sprang from a calm sea of the one still light. It is a universe of moving pairs of quantities which simulate the quality of stillness from which those quantities spring. The quantities of divided and conditioned pairs of opposite lights which thus simulate the one are not the one they simulate. The Creator is one mind indivisible. Creation is one whole idea of mind, divided into countless simulated ideas of mind through motion. The simulation of idea thus expressed is not the idea that it expresses. Parts of the one whole idea are only seeming. There are no 2 separate or separable things in the universe. There is but one whole simulation of the one whole idea. Quote, everything that is of everything else that is. All things are indissolubly united, from the Divine Iliad. Every happening anywhere happens everywhere. The milkweed fluff floating lazily in the summer sky affects the balance of the whole universe of suns and galaxies. Every part of the universe moves in interdependent unison as the wheels of a watch move in unison. The watch wheels are geared together mechanically. The rhythmic wave universe is geared together electrically. The entire universe is one and must be kept in balance as one. Changes of condition in any one part are simultaneously reflected in every other part and are sequentially repeated in it. And it goes into a caption from the Divine Iliad, which says, "Say thou these things in words of man's knowing, for verily I say, I am within all things, without all things, and involved in all things, for I am everywhere. All things are omnipresent, for all things extend from mind of me, and I am omnipresent. All omnipresent things are omniscient, for I am within them, and I am omniscient. When man's consciousness telleth him of my presence within and without him, he will then know all things, for I know all things, and I am he. All thinking things manifesteth all power when consciousness within them recognizeth their omnipotence. Until then, things are not but things, manifesting me not, being but blank slates upon which to write my mighty thoughts for blind eyes. For I am omnipotent. I give all power to him who asketh, but no one may ask of me who is not aware of me. See thou to it that man well knoweth that, and manifest thou thyself that principle of power in thine own works. For I say to all the imaged forms of my imagining, that power lieth in them to manifest the balanced light which centereth them, by making the one light appear as two unbalanced lights, which interchange sequentially but equally. And again I say to all things which man senseth, but waves of dual light which record my electric thinking in the imagined forms of my imagining. And also I say that the imagined forms of my imagining have no being, for I alone have being." From the Divine Iliad. And that's the end of chapter 2.